like social media has impacted your life? Because like in the last 5 years, I mean, for sure, social media has always been big, but since COVID, I feel like it's gone into a completely different, crazy, big direction. So it's like, do you feel like it's impacted your life since then?
It has, like, especially like you say during COVID, we scrolled more. Definitely. If before COVID I was spending, let's say, 2-3 hours on social per day, during COVID it was like the 24 hours was on social media, basically.
I think you couldn't do anything else.
Like you would scroll on Netflix for a while, but then even the movie were boring at some point. So it was like just about social media, and everyone was there. Like my friend was starting to get on TikTok and doing some silly videos. So it's just like,
yeah, I was not your friend at the time, but I was friend. I went on social media, started doing silly TikToks, and actually like our life hasn't been the same since. So I'm really grateful for social media. But also I love how much like social media can help brands and stuff. And like to see, I feel like it's even like marketing wise, it's a complete new tool than the old fashioned put a billboard up and stuff like this. And it's just really cool to see like what it's growing into and how it's changed the lives of so many people, like for the better, but also this is not the great part. A lot of people, I feel like it's also changing for the worse, because now any random person has access to social media and just can spread hate. Like
it is.
I mean, this is why I feel like during COVID, I was actually extra cautious. Like I was trying not to scroll. I was maybe watching a lot more movies on Netflix, yes. But then I tried to read more, or, you know, like find other hobbies that I could do. Because, yeah, it's kind of like an outlet that it's not real. It's not very filtered as well. I mean, filtered in the good way, I mean, because yes, a lot of things are fake, but then you see a lot of comments that nobody would ever tell you to your face.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, and then you also see a lot of the things, like I, for example, only post the highlights of my day because that's what I want to remember. That's what I'm proud of. That's what I'm like good that I achieved. And I know this in my brain, but a lot of people don't realize this. And I feel like it instead of motivating you, some people would get discouraged. Yeah.
But I also feel like that social media can be such a waste of time. Like, especially during COVID, I feel like everyone was just wasting their time watching these silly videos on TikTok, right? But for example, for me, I use TikTok to educate myself about finances. I was motivating myself with some videos about gym stuff, how to work out or healthy lifestyle. So it really depends on how you use social media. And sometimes I realize when my algorithm is changing to the bad one, then it has very negative effect on me and my mood and my life. And then I just try to change it and start to look on the positive videos, and then my algorithm changes to the good one, and then it starts to motivate me.
Yeah, I think it's very important to use it in a conscious way, as you said.
Yeah.
So you were just saying, actually, you were talking about your mood and saying that it affected. So what do you mean? How can social media can affect your mood? Like,
okay, so for example, algorithm can feel or can sense or see like what kind of content you are consuming, right? And when, for example, I was going through a breakup, I was getting all these quotes about, I don't know how hurtful or painful it is to
be lonely.
To be lonely, yes. And just to leave the heartbreak.
But I feel like during the COVID, everyone was sharing their loneliness.
Not everyone, no. And anyways, like whenever I have all these contents on my social media, then I can feel that, okay, I'm getting more depressed. And then like it's already a bad period of my life, right? Because I'm going through a heartbreak. And instead of making it easier with nice content, like looking at these ones, it's just putting me in a depression, right? Or even deeper depression. So I was very conscious about it. Like once I realized that, okay, all my content is only about this, being alone. Then I was like, okay, what if I just change it to the positive side of being alone? Like not actually being alone, but enjoying your time, like self.
Like your independence. And
But what about like what about when you're feeling sad and then you see people that are having like a really great time? Does that make you feel worse, or does
No,
it
it
actually
makes you
pick
feel
you?
good.
Yeah, it picks you back
Yeah.
up. Because I feel like for me sometimes if I'm like in a down loophole, if I like I don't necessarily care about like what you're doing with your life, so I'm not like there like oh like why are you no like I'm really happy if other people are happy, but sometimes when I'm droopy and negative, I don't want to see people being droopy and negative, but I seeing them all happy traveling the world, I'm just like I can't be asked to watch this right now because
I
that's
agree.
not where my frequency's at. Like I just want to I don't know, eat popcorn,
But
stay in
that's how
bed.
you change your frequency, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at least that's what I'm doing.
but
I get
also
it.
I feel like this is almost like the moment when you should get off social media.
Yeah, it is.
Like just completely,
yeah.
turn it off and do something else.
It's really dangerous because I feel like a lot of people go down that loophole where they
Yeah.
don't know when to stop. And I've noticed this within myself that like when I'm starting to get this, like you said, this negative frequency and I'm just scrolling on social media with no purpose, which is making me feel worse, then I'm like, whoa, what am I doing? Like I'm just like a robot or something. And I get off social media completely and I start doing things that actually fuel my self-esteem and stuff. But I feel like that's why it's dangerous as well, because people sometimes don't know when to stop and then they just go and get more depressed sometimes. Or it can, like, I feel like social media has a very either very
Polarizing,
negative
yeah.
or a very positive effect, you know what I mean?
But I feel like it's our choice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we can choose if we want it to be negative or positive.
Yeah, I love social media, to be honest, because I meet people all the time from social media. I have connected with so many nice people. I mean, we have met through,
social media, yeah.
So it's in a way I would forever be grateful and
Yeah.
keeps you connected to your loved ones because we live across the world from our friends and families. And I think it keeps you very well connected. But yeah, like you do really need to pay attention what you consume and also just like I, for example, have fun with social media. I love to create content, but also I just noticed that some of my hobbies that I also like, I don't give them time anymore because I'm always on social media.
Yeah.
So now I'm like trying to consciously, you know, like segregate. Like I want to also work out properly. I also want to, I don't know, hang out with my friends and not create content and be mindful with like just the whole thing, like be in the moment. So I think it's kind of like finding that nice balance and using it
Yeah,
your
I
own
agree.
way.
Social media is addictive. Like waking up, scrolling the TikTok or Instagram, and you're falling asleep actually scrolling TikTok.
It's very addictive, yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
addictive.
These are one of the things that I've like tried to stop doing in my routine. Like I try not to go on social media before going to sleep or when I wake up. Like sometimes I'll grab my phone and like I'm about to open TikTok and then I'm like, nope, I double click out of it and I'm like, I'm gonna start my day because before you know it, like sometimes I wake up at 7 a.m. and next thing you know, it's 10 a.m. What have I been doing? Scrolling through
Yeah.
TikTok. Like, what? Where did the time go? And it's so time consuming. And actually, if you're not teaching yourself something valuable through social media,
Yeah, like you said.
yeah. Or like, okay, I understand like there's like funny entertainment content like comedic stuff that can make you laugh, but still like, you know, at some point you should do something better for your brain. Like
Yeah,
I feel like that, yeah.
I would say like get inspired by social media.
Yeah.
Like you see a travel video or whatever, and like be happy and like try to plan your holiday. But like get a kick from it, not like don't let you suck into. Yeah,
And I do love how like it pushes a lot of educational content, as you said, but also it shows so much even like from the world and stuff. Like I've seen so many places that I want to travel to thanks to social media, like that you just wouldn't know otherwise. And it's like, you're like, ooh, like add a new place on a bucket list or a new experience. So I do love the new things that you learn. And like you said, like it motivates you to go out there and do. Another thing, sorry, I was just going to say quickly that I just want to put it out there, like, because Laura, you said earlier that you put like the highlights out of your the best parts of your life, and I do feel like people need to remember that social media is not just like it's not
real
just
life.
what you see. Yeah, exactly. It's a very like curated content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Like even us sitting here, like we have 2 lights, 2 cameras. Like you know, it's like it's a setup. It's not
That we created to have that kind of video.
It's not
No,
my
I
only
agree.
angle. Like it's
I feel like social media is very pressurizing, especially lately when everyone wants to jump on that train. And like, I don't know if you're targeting by it, but like everyone's like, so go on TikTok now, you're getting paid, na na na. So everyone is a content creator now, and it's, I don't know, I feel like it's like I'm pressurized into creating content. So, and I tried, even like beginning of the year, I was like, okay, let me try. I did it for 3 days and then I stopped again because I feel like an imposter, to be honest. I was like, who am I kidding? Me creating content, becoming a content creator, whatever, like doesn't make sense. Like I love to create content. It's even my job in the life, but it's just like, I feel like, what do I have to say? What do I have to tell? What is my story? Which angle should I, like, I don't know even how to tackle
it. It is pressurizing because I don't think everybody has to be content creator, and I don't think everybody has to make money online. Like you can make money and be happy with your bartending job, with anything else. Like you don't, it's kind of like how they pressure you into going to university, getting a corporate job. It's kind of now the same wave, but with social media.
Exactly.
Which is lovely. I mean, I do love the freedom of creating your own content and posting it, but it's a lot of work.
This is so fun. I don't feel like everyone wants to be a content creator.
No, but you are on the other side of social media, I think.
I don't know what kind of people you have
I feel
around
like
you, but
everyone,
for me,
like, I mean, on the content that I'm seeing, like back in the days, like I'm talking about friends, let's say, we knew those top 10 influencers. Now I feel like even my neighbor is an influencer, you know what I mean?
But
so
it's
just like,
but it's not a recent thing. Like it's been always like that. Ever
no,
since
but like
I'm on
it's
social
very
media.
exposed.
No,
now
very,
it's like everyone wants to be on that train and on the
Whoever
roof
has
and on the
camera and the internet.
it's
like
everyone.
Guys, maybe it was different in Hungary, but I feel like that also in Hungary, like, you know, before this social media, no, like actually influencer marketing came, like before people were aware of that, I saw everyone posting so many things online.
But what she's
especially
saying is
Instagram.
that you are pressured to make money and to create this identity, and like before it was more like a
to
way
gain followers. Before it was a community. So basically,
yeah, like Facebook, or
you grow with those people. Like for example, two of my favorite couple, like it's been 10 years. Like they built it on YouTube, they curate it, we grew with them, and etc. Now it's like you have that one viral video on TikTok, boom, you're a content creator, and like it's all about creating content, making
I know
money,
what you mean.
and like, and everyone is
Yeah.
doing that, you know, like I'm sure there is a story behind them. Like I'm sure like they're good at what they're doing, but I feel like now it's like almost like a marathon. Like
I think I see this differently because these kind of people that you're talking about, they got viral without expecting it, you know? So once they got all those views, like millions of views and then hundreds of thousands of followers because of that, they're like, okay, you know what? Let's just use
Let
it
me
for
do
the
it.
better. Then if I already have all these followers, then let's make money out of it. Like, because I feel like TikTok is a different application. Like with TikTok, it's so much easier to get the followers or to get the views and the likes and to go viral.
It
like
is.
before that, you had to put a lot of job, for example,
Exactly.
into YouTube. Like
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
get all
And
those
that's
views, you
why-
had to build it up. Like it took them, years, like even 5-10 years just to get all those views that you can get it in
and that's
one
why
day in
now
TikTok,
it's
you know?
easy, and that's why everyone is jumping at that trend because it's super easy.
like on the
TikTok.
side of TikTok that we are on, because I am getting the same kind of
Yeah.
content, is basically all these strategic moves and what you can do to grow. And at some point I'm like, but do I really want to, or do I just want to create content because I love to
Yes.
create? Like, do I actually want to pressure myself? It almost feels like I have a second corporate job that I need to be
Exactly.
good at, instead of like what it felt like 10 years ago, when I was just posting my trip to Italy because I was like, haha, I want my best friend to see this when she's at home.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like you know what, but you guys understand what
But yeah, and now we have this discussion of no, but you should post 3 times a day, and I'm sure you can. No, but you should put that song, and oh no, these hashtags. And
But I don't like
it's-
that song,
It's
you know?
annoying, and that's why like I started like for 3 days, and then I was like, oh, I'm done. Like it's tiring. Like I don't have fun creating those content. I feel pressurized to get the views, to get the likes, to get the
Yeah,
So
you
it's
have to
just like-
find your own platform as well. Like I
Yeah.
feel like, for example, for us, the podcast is kind of what it's more relatable for us,
Yeah.
or authentic. So for us, it doesn't feel that heavy.
Pressure.
Versus, yeah, sometimes other platforms will be heavy for you.
I never even try it. My Instagram is dead. My TikTok, I never ever posted.
I think I made you make your first TikTok the other day for Valentine's.
kids, by the way.
It was really cute. But you are made for TikTok, I feel like. You have the personality for it. So if you ever do want to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I agree.
But I agree with you guys. And also, like, whilst you guys are speaking, I started thinking, like, you know, with social media and, like, how saturated it is, like, there's so many people on it. It even made me think about, like, relationships. And, you know, I feel like people cheat so much more now, or at least visibly cheat so much more, like because you have like an array of options of beautiful girls, let's say. So versus like usually you're used to growing up with the 10 girls in your town, and like you kind of know who's getting married with who and whatever.
I mean, it kind of comes also from you are more connected to the world. Like I see now a lot more people all over, versus if I go down the street, I have like my neighbor John walking. Like it's not like I have 10 men being, you know. So it's the whole like you are connected, but I don't know if we can properly judge, because we don't know how it was, or we don't know the statistics of how it was before. You don't know if it's
that's what
cheating.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So maybe now it's more visible.
Yeah.
But for sure, like, because actually sometimes I'm scrolling on TikTok, and I say TikTok, but I'm scrolling on all platforms. But when I'm scrolling, I see very beautiful women, like, honestly. And I'm looking and I'm like, wow, like, men in this world are so lucky. All they have to do is go on social media. They have like so many people they can just message, you know, like, and like really, like I don't know. And it's then I'm thinking like, whoa, like this is scary. Like this is what social media has done. Like all the beautiful girls you see, and I'm like, you know what I'm trying to say? And then it makes me think about younger girls and stuff that might be insecure, and they're looking up to these women, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, anyways, I start overthinking everything. I'm like,
I do agree.
First things first, I'm like, is my husband looking at all these girls? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, but if I was young and I was seeing all these beautiful women, and like I hadn't found my security yet, like, you know, and I was still insecure, I don't know how this would affect me, because I feel like this is where you then fall into the trap of like wanting to change yourself and like, no, I'm going to get that surgery and that surgery.
I remember when I was a teenager, it was affecting me a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like I would say like 10 years ago. Yeah. It was basically, I think it was only Instagram where I could see all these pictures, but everyone was a model. Like even around me, even in my school, everyone was a model. And everyone was traveling being a model, and everyone was very skinny, very fit, very healthy. Honestly, I don't think they were healthy. Like they were too skinny to be healthy. And then I was just looking at all these pictures, and I just wanted to be the same. Like my body is completely different than those pictures that I saw.
Yeah. But can I just say that I feel this is not necessarily social media only, because I remember the time before Instagram and before Facebook, and I was comparing myself to the magazines. Like, you know what I mean? Right, you always find something. I was comparing myself to my favorite Disney movie, to Hannah Montana, like, you know.
But you know, I feel like in the magazine, it's Hollywood. So they are pretty in a way. In social media, you can see now that even your neighbor is good looking and you look like a potato. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's real people in their real life and real comfort zone and whatever. But and they're stunning. And they're having the dream life, and they're having the dog, and they're having the job.
But maybe this is where it comes that I don't think they are real. Like, I see a nice picture and I'm like, okay, let me try to click the same with a good light, with the nice makeup, and then I find myself, from this angle, with this light, I am pretty as well. Like it's
I am agree with Valentina in this.
Yeah.
Like if in this age, I would say we know what is real and what isn't, but for the like kids' mindset is completely different.
That's true.
For example, I have a sister, she's 15 years old, and I don't like her being on social media. Even if she's blocking me everywhere, hiding her TikTok and Instagram from me, I'm still finding out. And I don't like it, because it's giving a green light for these creepos to text her, to comment. Like, she wants to do funny TikTok. It's nothing harmful. She's not like dancing sexually. But still, I don't want this.
But were you not 15 when you got on these apps? Yeah. I got on those apps like at 12 or
same.
Like I
later.
That,
but I think it's because as you grow up, you
see the danger
more. Because that was me even like a few years ago. I would be like, no, but just put your kid on social media. It's funny. Why not? But now that I'm like, the older I'm getting, I'm like, oh my goodness, like there's just too many eyes, too much stuff happening. Like, like even me, and Dante, like we post less and less and less because you just start becoming more aware, like of many things. First, like creeps, perverts, whatever. Also, like evil eye. You kind of start seeing all these things, and you almost get shy and like, oh, maybe I should protect my energy more and my bubble, which is then. I don't know, like this is also like some of the stuff that goes through my mind. I just feel like I said at the beginning, it gives access to too many people and not all of them are good people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And especially at 15, like your sister is young, she's trying to build herself and she's already seeing those crazy girls at 15 already like succeeding at stuff.
Like, I feel like because they see all this, romanticized social media that they are dating a guy, she'll like, oh my God, I want the same.
Something.
I'm missing. I want
But aren't you like this should be also not your sisters, but you could, instead of like banning her, you could just explain her, because I feel like I never feel, of course sometimes I would find the ends of social media where I will feel bad, but honestly speaking I don't usually feel bad of social media. And of course I'm an adult now.
Yes, of course there was a talk about social media that she's perfect the way she is and she doesn't need to follow any like social media trends or whatever, like she's being like really insecure about her pimples, where she on social media she see a girl with a glowing skin on her age. And I'm trying to explain to her like, no, but you're beautiful the way you are. You don't know what is going on behind the camera.
Like sometimes it's not real. Like there's
it's not real. Like
many,
this is the same how it was Hollywood for me. Like I really thought that, I don't know, Hannah Montana was like born with that hair. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was a Disney movie, but it wasn't. Like to me, that was people who were good looking and people who they admired, and I wanted to look like them. And I needed to be explained as well that, listen, your hair is fine the way it is.
But at the same time, doesn't matter how much you explain.
Insecurities are insecurities.
Would you really listen? Because I'm your sister. You'll be like, yeah, but you will love me even if I'm, I don't know, 5,000 kg and I'm like rolling on the bed all the day.
I actually feel like this is why it's very good. Like I see a lot of influencers now that are showing like the real versus edited, and you can like see that, like even like when you put makeup on, there are some women that are truly blessed and have like amazing baby skin and stuff. But for a lot of women, you have your pores. Like you no matter how much makeup you put on, you can still see the pores. Yeah. So I do even like appreciate the videos where people are like showing like, this is what I look like with the light, but when you come close, this is my pores and my, and
I love that too.
Yeah. So it's like, actually, I think it's very important that people are starting to spread this realization and understanding for the younger generation, because as we get older we do understand that not but everyone has a bad day or a bad pimple, or
there should be an age limit, to be honest, on social media. I just feel like you shouldn't be able to register under 18 or 20.
I do agree on that.
But to be honest, I think I even when I was 18, I think I was still like overthinking things.
Yeah, but like when you're an adult, it's also your own job to kind of keep your mental health in check. So I feel like nowadays I wouldn't use social media as like, oh, but it's your fault. No, it's my fault. Like I shouldn't be doing it.
I agree. And also I feel like all it takes, if you're not strong enough mentally, is one bad comment.
Yeah, this is my point. Like just imagining myself as a teenager, if I receive one bad comment like, oh my God, your pore looks big, or you look fat, or whatever, that would break me.
And it's not about, like, even now, I find social media very pressurizing in terms of, like, when I see all those success story of the woman, like in my age, for example, oh my God, I become an entrepreneur.
Too.
It's
so
inspiring.
crazy.
I'm like, wow, kudos to you. Like, it's good. But then you self-reflect on your life and what you have accomplished. And then it's not about
I find it inspiring.
No, it's not. You don't understand what I'm saying. It's not the pressure of like her showing her life, and it's more about me. And I will look at mine and I'll be like, oh my God, but I didn't do anything. This girl is fantastic. She did this and that and that and that. It is inspiring. But then I will look at myself and I'll be like, but what have I done? Like, I'm not doing anything. And then I will like overthink. And I'll be like,
I don't have this negative feeling about it.
I
because,
don't, but
like, I know that, okay, next day, I don't know what you mean. If you mean about her day being productive or just general in life being successful.
Like, for example, like, let's say I will watch a girl, she's 28, just like me, and she's succeed at whatever she has succeeded, life, personal, professional, and whatever. And then I will look at my life. I'll be like, okay, I'm happy for you. This is cool. This is inspiring. But I will still self-reflect and be like, haven't done anything. Right now I'm in my pajama. Like, I look like a potato. Like, it's, you know, you will have these insecurities. Or even like the video that I told you about, like me, one kind of content I don't like is those girls. I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I'm going to the gym, and then I'm having a matcha at 4 a.m. And then I'm doing some journaling at 6 a.m. And then and there's a lot of content like that. It's so pressurizing. Like,
I think that for sure, this is where you have to implement like Valentina's practice of changing your algorithm.
Yeah.
Because I think like this content is motivating for some, but is pressurizing for others.
Yeah.
Not because you're not happy for them, but because you're like, oh, like, should I be doing that? Like, am I meant to do that? But how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. But why is my life going at a slower pace? Like, you start questioning.
Yeah.
And like for the, you know, at the end of the day, we're all different and we process things differently and we look at things differently. So I feel like when you realize that something is not for you, like just hide that account. Like on a social media now, you can write not interested. You can
but that's why like now I only have silly videos on my TikTok. Like honestly, only travel, food, and then stupid stuff.
No, but I mean, to me, I agree with what Kaori was saying. That then start using it more consciously, because to me, I love the content of waking up at 3 a.m. I'm a morning person. It inspires me
3 a.m.?
Yeah, and actually, you didn't watch properly because it was 4 a.m. 3:55. But anyway, it's to me, it's inspiring because that's kind of the lifestyle that I like to live, and I love to wake up in the morning, and I would love to sleep at 8 p.m. if I could, but I cannot.
I am a morning person, but 3 a.m. is not the morning; it's night.
But not for you, but to me, it's still inspiring. You know what I mean? Like, though it's not for you, but it's for me, this content. And
but this is the point. It works for some people and it works for others. And I just feel like we have to be very cautious of what works for you. Like, if you realize your body and your mind is reacting negatively to a certain type of content, just hide it and watch more of what does make you feel good. Like if you feel like you need to see more like life advice or like things that inspire you, go for that. If you feel like you need to just use social media as a shutting off method, like tool, like something you want to go on to look at silly videos, like my FYP is filled with funny dog videos, then you do that. You know what I mean? Like you have to do what works for you. But one thing you should just never do is don't use social media in a bad way, meaning don't let it put you down. Don't put others down. Just use social media in a positive way. I think this is the best thing I can say and take away from this conversation that we're having.
No, I agree. Like never, like even if you have a negative feeling towards something, just move on. Like
this is why like some people use it in a negative way, that they would be like, oh my God, my day is shit. Let me trash someone up.
Yes.
That's really bad, yeah.
And they would be like commenting, like giving a like bad reviews, whatever, just because they are not in the mood.
Go touch some grass.
But I have to say, let's be honest. The comment section, not the bad comments, but like on silly videos, and then you go in the comment section. This is tea time for me. Like it's just like so juicy. I'm spending more time on the comment section actually than on the video. And sometimes I'm like, the video starts like 2 seconds, and I'm like, I'm already picturing what I would find on the comments, and then I'm seeing someone saying like, yeah, I know what you're looking for, but it's not here. And it's just so funny.
Here for the comments.
You just run. Like it's just so funny, the comment section sometimes. When it's healthy and funny and
when it's funny, when it's sarcastic and funny, but if you're trashing somebody, no.
Yeah, and even like canceling people. Cancel culture has become crazy, and I think that can even be another episode on its own. But guys, if you're watching this, just don't let social media pressurize you. Don't let social media, just remember that people put out their best moments. And a lot of other shit goes on behind the camera. So always think about that. And then, let it inspire you. Let it motivate you. Let it make you laugh. But don't let it drown you.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys on the next episode.
See you.
Bye. See you.